So here's the stuff you're going to need for your organic. Ow. Excuse me. I'm falling over stuff. Here's the stuff you're going to need for your organic compost tea. Water pump. I mean an air pump, excuse me. Which I bought on Amazon for $17.60. I bought that at Amazon. Yes. Here's the brand. I don't know if you can see the name and whatnot. It's pretty good. Here's some organic blackstrap molasses, which is extremely hard to find, but I bought it at 4th Avenue Food Co-op, $6.29. Here's some stuff from Arbico Organics. It's a compost tea bag, specifically made for compost tea. That was $7. I bought that at the San Agustin Farmers Market on Congress Street. That was $7. Here's some tubing. I think it was like $2.99 or $3.99 at PetSmart. And here are a couple of 6-inch air stones for aquarium. Those were $2.99 or $3.99 also at PetSmart. So the entire thing, these two things came out to $10. This was $7. That's $17. Plus another $17 is $34. Plus $6 is $40. About $40. That's kind of expensive, but you're going to use it every year for the rest of your life. So, you know, $40 up front, and it's going to last forever. You're going to keep reusing it. The only thing you're going to have to buy over and over again is the molasses and the compost tea bag. I like it because it has a little bag. So after that's all used up, you dump the compost in your garden, and then you keep that little bag there, and you put your own compost in there. So this is the first time using compost tea in my garden, so that's why I wanted to go with this. Instead of using the compost that I have, I didn't want to use my own homegrown stuff. I wanted some good stuff. The bucket comes from EG's, and I think it was $3. You can buy the buckets, 5-gallon buckets, anywhere. They're about $5 if you shop at Home Depot or Lowe's. But you want a food-safe bucket, which is why I bought it at EG's. Hang on a second, I'll show you the logo. There you go. Can you see that? It's EG's. It comes from, they have a warehouse on Aho Way and Country Club, I think. You can just get a bucket there for $3. So total cost, $43. I already had that bucket though, because I bought it about 2 years ago. So, I just had it left over. Anyway, you want food-safe plastic, not crazy chemical-infused plastic that's going to leach into your water. The other thing, you guys probably noticed I have a black garden hose. That's because it's made out of rubber. Rubber is it's a safe kind of garden hose to use, because it doesn't leach chemicals into your water, and you can drink from it. I bought my garden hose at Home Depot. Another place that has rubber garden hoses is Ace Hardware. So, step 1. Open and assemble your air pump. It's an air pump, not a water pump. Ow, I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. It's an air pump. So the tubing is going to plug into these little nozzles here. It just plugs in like that. And like that. Okay, so I just cut the little tubing in half. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to measure or anything. And you open these little water stones up. And you just plug it in. That's about it. I thought these were one solid piece, but oh, it's broken. Look at that. Dang it. How did that happen? Oh crap. Well, this is what it's supposed to look like. And you just plug it in. So it goes like that. This, I have no clue how I'm going to fix it. Ta-da! Okay, I fixed it. I just put a couple of rubber bands on there to hold it together. That should be enough, I think. Rubber is your friend because it doesn't come from petroleum. It comes from a rubber tree. So, it's organic. It has a chemical stiffener in it, but it should still be safe. That's what the internet says. I don't know. So let's go put it together. Yeah. So we have the air stones in there, and you can see the water is a nice simmering kind of. I would call that simmering. But we can crank it up here. Let's try and crank it up a bit. There we go. The air pump that I bought has a knob on it, so you can fine-tune how much air comes out. So now that would be a boil, probably. Yeah, that would be a boil. So, depending on what part of the country you live in, if your water is chlorinated, you want to leave it bubble for an hour to get all the chlorine out. I live in Tucson, Arizona, so my water is not chlorinated, but I'm still going to let it run for a bit. You know, just for the heck of it. I'm going to let it come back in an hour, and then I'm going to put in the compost stuff. Okay, so thanks to the miracle of modern technology, it's an hour later now. So now we're going to add 4 ounces of molasses, organic blackstrap molasses, because that's what it says on this package here. I went with Arbico Organics Compost Tea bag because they know more about making compost than I will ever learn. And this is my first time making compost tea anyway. So, the instructions say half a cup of molasses. This is extremely hard to find. And that's half a cup is 4 ounces or 8 tablespoons. So I'm going to use tablespoons because I don't really feel like washing out the measuring cup after I'm done. So that's kind of lazy, but whoa, look at that. Oh my god, I just did like a whole bunch of stuff and the stupid camera wasn't on record. Are you serious? Oh my god. Alright, so what I did was I put in 8 tablespoons of molasses into the water. That's 4 ounces. That's per the directions on the compost tea bag. And then I ate some molasses and told you how delicious it is. And then I told you about an awesome book called Teaming with Microbes that you can pick up at your library for free, or you can buy on Amazon for $14. I forgot the author, but it's called Teaming with Microbes. And then after I put the molasses in there, I told you about the book. It just mixed itself with the bubble action. And then I put the compost tea bag in here. There you go. See? And you just put it in there. You can just let it float around if you want, or you can put a stick across here and tie it in the middle so that it doesn't float around. You can do whatever you want. But basically, the compost is full of microbes. And the microbes eat the molasses, and they like it, and they're happy, and then they reproduce with each other. Woohoo! And then they make more microbes. And that's what you spray on your plants and in your garden. And that's what makes plants lovely. So if you read that book, you will learn all about microbes and why you're making compost tea. It's not actually tea. It's like a misnomer. You're not steeping the compost and getting filtered nutrients out of it. What you're really doing is creating a small ecosystem for bacteria. And then the bacteria eat, live, and be happy and reproduce. And then you throw them and spray them in your garden, and they continue to live and thrive and be happy. And they do all kinds of wonderful things for your plants. So read the book Teeming with Microbes, or check it out at the library, or download it illegally to your Kindle, or whatever you want. But, you know, Google stuff, whatever. And that's how you make compost tea. We'll be back in about 18 hours. You're supposed to let it steep anywhere from, I've heard anywhere from 4 hours to 48 hours. But I'm going to go with 18 hours and check it tomorrow morning. It's about 11:30 a.m. right now. So we'll come back about 6 in the morning when I wake up. Check it again. Whoa, look at that. So it's been 17 hours. It's 6:15 in the morning, so it's at 17 hours. And that's my compost tea. There's big bubbles on it. I don't know what to say. The internet said that would happen, but I didn't know it would be that foamy. So I just smelled it a second ago, and it still smells like molasses. It doesn't smell bad. So I guess I'll let it brew some more. I'm not really sure. Here we are. It's 24 hours now. And it looks yucky. Doesn't it look yucky? It has absolutely no smell, if you ask me. It's supposed to smell earthy and yummy when it's done, but I don't know. I can't smell anything. Maybe it's my nose. I'm going to smell it again. Okay, I smelled it again. On that side, it smells like molasses, and on this side, it smells earthy and yummy. So I put some gloves on because that's bacteria, and I don't know what's going to happen. So this is my dad's rock garden, and I have a zucchini that went bad before I could eat it. I'm going to put some on there and see what happens. Hopefully they like zucchini. And I'm just going to sprinkle it all over the place. And I put some green onions in there. So I'm going to sprinkle some stuff in there too. See what happens. Hopefully I don't kill my mom's roses. And here I have some things in little terracotta planters. So I'll put some stuff in there all over them. Give them some nice bacteria too. Do you want some compost? Yeah, you do, little guys. Here I have some bell peppers in a self-watering container. Ouch! I'm gonna give them some juice too. So here's what's left of my compost tea. I left that to steep some more to see if that makes it smell better. It doesn't smell bad, it just doesn't smell at all. So I'm going to keep doing it and see what happens, so I can smell that anaerobic smell or the earthy smell, whatever comes next. That way I can learn from my mistakes without actually making a mistake.